Hey y'all, it's your boy Big Mike. You know that dude you be seeing on the streets and be like, hey, ain't that dude that be doing them YouTube videos? Yeah, that's me. Today we're going to be talking about some of the experiences that I've been having while living in the South. You know, good old fashioned Southern hospitality. And I'm going to be having some hot wings and some carrot cake. And to wash it down, I'm going to have some Arizona sweet tea. It's got to be sweet tea. Now, the fondest, most memorable one that I had recently was when I was at the when I was shopping at the Kroger's and I was over budget or went over on a few items and couldn't get about $17 worth of stuff, and just had just had to put it back because I didn't just want to pay cash for it. But the lady behind me, she we're all practicing the whole social distancing thing, and she was like, "No, I don't mind. No, I'll pay for it." And I was like, because it wasn't no really big thing to me, but the part that really tripped me out was she didn't just pay for the $17 worth of items that I was putting back, but she paid for like $97 worth of stuff that I had in my shopping cart. Like, I was gonna pay for it, and she just like paid for everything, and I was like, wow. And this is a white lady, mind you. And it's like, man, I was like, wow, you didn't have to do that. I mean, it wasn't that big of a deal. But there are some nice people in this world. And I thought that was real nice of her. I mean, she was like, no, no, during this whole COVID, pandemic thing, and it wasn't affecting her purse or anything. She could still go and work or whatever she did. But I thought that was real nice of her. And that wasn't the first time that somebody that saw that I had to put a few items back, just paid for my items or whatever. And it was like, man, I really appreciate that. These some nice deeds that people are doing. I'm like, whoa, mm, you really gotta you can't just like judge a book by its cover, and just when stuff like that happens, you gotta just like step back for a minute and be like, what else can I do to help somebody else? I mean, it's not even always about coming out your pocket and paying for somebody to just for anything. I mean, it's like you can like fix them a plate when you like cook your home cooked meal or whatever, and just give it to the elderly or somebody that's having a bad day or whatever. I mean, they'll really appreciate that. I mean, it's like I was at the Walmart yesterday, and I was I'm kind of on the disabled list or whatever, and was riding around the electric shopping carts, and I was telling one of the workers there that one of the carts that I was on, the battery life was getting low on it, so I switched over to one that had a full one. And I asked her, could she plug it in for me? And she was like, sure, I don't mind. So I was like, thank you, because it's like people who are disabled and stuff like that, and can't, just can't walk around and stuff like that, they'll really appreciate a shopping cart to where they can, be mobile and do their shopping and stuff, because it gets really hard sometimes. Excuse me. To just like get out and do stuff. I mean, it's like I got a pinched nerve in my lower back, and I've got, you know, I've had operations on my both of my knees, and it's like it's hard for me to get around. So I mean, that's, a good thing to have. I mean, like every shopping store doesn't have those electric, mobile go karts or whatever, shopping carts, whatever you call them. But man, the Walmart and the Kroger's does, and it's like, as long as they keep those things like plugged up and charged, thumbs up, good deal. Get off into these hot wings over here, buffalo wings. Mm-hmm. Really like how these turned out. I boiled them first. Excuse me. I boiled them first, and then like put them in the oven for a few minutes to dry some of the water off of them, and then I like just tossed them, tossed them in the buffalo sauce, so they're really moist and flavorful from this buffalo sauce that I put on them. Another another time when there was a kind gesture done to help me out, it was I was coming out of this building and I was by my car, my mother's car, and I had dropped the keys, and they kind of like slid up under the car a little bit, so I had to kneel over, and then, like I said, I got a pinched nerve or whatever, so my back kind of went out, and I fell. And no, I was reaching for the keys, and I got them, and was trying to get up, and just couldn't get up for whatever reasons. But this person, this car pulled up, and this little girl, she might have been about like 8, 10 years old or something like that, and she was telling, I guess, what was her grandfather, that there's a guy laying on the floor or on the ground or whatever. And this guy, he had to been every bit of 75 something years old. He gray headed and no skinny like Steve Urkel, just like real frail looking older guy or whatever. But no, God, he sends me angels, and no, they help me out when I need to get up. I need help when sometimes I have to even call like the ambulance when I fall around the house or whatever. But this older guy, he um he opens the car door for me and like helps me up. And like I said, this guy, he's no he had to be in his mid 70s or something like that. But he helps me get up and get helps me get in the car or whatever. Excuse me. But yeah, it's like that's not the only time. This like these gestures, they really mean a lot to me. I don't know if somebody's just taking it for granted or whatever. But when somebody's hurting and down and out, and you get some kind of assistance, it really goes a long way in my book. I'm just gonna keep it real. I'm just put that out there like that. 'Cause that older man, he could have kept walking and went on about his business. That lady, man, that lady who paid for my groceries, she didn't have to do that. Just out of the kindness of her heart. Comment below. You like the drumettes or the flats? I personally like the drumettes better. I had to talk about a bad situation. Excuse me. This one time before I had Wi-Fi at the house, or some reason, for some reason, I had to go to the library, which was closed, but you could still use their Wi-Fi signal or whatever, and just sit outside. And I had my laptop and everything that I had gotten while I was taking these online college courses for business management and accounting at Independence University, where I ended up having a 3.57 GPA, and then the second one was 3.63, almost a perfect 4.0, by the way. And I still graduated cum laude. That means with honors. But yeah, I mean, I'm sitting outside, and this one time I had to use the bathroom, so I go in there, and it was like after the library had closed or whatever. So I'm asking this group of ladies that were, and they're having one of their like little social gathering events or whatever. It's about maybe 8 to 10 white women in there. And I was like, "Do you mind if I just use the bathroom?" And no, I'm not trying to like rent a book or a DVD or anything. I just wanted to use the bathroom. And she looks around at the other women, and no, they all look at each other, and look at the person who finally answered. And they were like, "No, the library's closed, and we're in here having a meeting." So I bit my lip because I was getting ready to cuss they ass out. And like I said, it was just the humane, decent thing to do. Just let me use the bathroom. Like, dang. Anyway, but they ended up closing that library, that location or whatever. But yeah, I mean, it's there. I thought it was I just took it as me being black, and they were all white women, as it being a semi racist situation, because I mean, I just wanted to use the bathroom, like, seriously. I may be reading into it a little or whatever, but okay, whatever. 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 I live in Tennessee, in the middle of nowhere. I mean, it's like a good 35, 40 minute drive in any direction to the nearest Walmart or any kind of shopping, decent shopping store like Kroger's or something. Aldi's. All of that is long out of my reach. I mean, there's no fast food like Taco Bell or Burger King or Kentucky Fried Chicken, any of that. All of that's a long drive. The liquor store, everything is just. I mean, but this is still this these. I mean, they got like a Dollar General and a Dollar Tree, like two dollar stores, but they don't have any fast food, no restaurants like that. Which is like this little town. It's got like two gas stations in it, and they sell like hamburgers and like cook, made to order pizzas and like chicken and stuff like that. But it ain't no. I mean, it's like it's under like a little heat lamp, and want no old hamburger or none of that crap, man. I mean, unless you get it fresh, like they when they make some hamburgers, it's like $4, and it's like the hamburger patty on the burger is like twice the size of a Burger King Whopper. And when you get that fresh, and you can have them make it the way you want it, well, how I want it is lettuce, tomato, cheese, pickles, mayonnaise, and ketchup. I mean, they'll make it however you want it. Like if you don't want onions on it or whatever, they won't put onions on it. Just like make it however you want. But other than getting something that's made fresh, there, like, can I get a fast food joint? Can I get a Taco Bell, man? I just be wanting like 6 to 8 soft tacos and excuse me, that'll be that on that. But That was good right there. Mm. I did say my grace before I started the video. If y'all don't just believe and saying your prayers before you eat, then that's on you. But if you eat or you drink or whatever you do, you should be giving God the glory. I don't know what to say about you atheists. I'm just going to shake my head about that. If you don't believe there's a God, you're going to leave it all up to science and this thing, this earth that you're living on, just scientifically just came into existence. You're going to have to die one day. When you meet your maker, oh, I didn't know. Like somebody, some Jehovah's Witness didn't come up and tell you, have you seen, like, found Jesus or believe in the second coming of Christ? You should be like repenting and asking God to forgive you for your sins, and no, ask Him to just like come into your life, and one day you're gonna wanna make it to heaven, or Jesus is coming back, and when the rapture is here and you just miss out on that ride to heaven, then eternal hell awaits you. That's all I can tell you. I'm not going to preach to you and just have a whole drawn out biblical session with you right now, but I'm going to enjoy this tea. I like the Arizona tea. Damn it. That's what I needed to choke down them wings. Wings weren't dry. Like I said, I boiled them to make sure they stayed moist, and then like dried them out a little in the oven or whatever. But that sweet tea came in pretty handy right there. Now this carrot cake has got to be the moistest, sweetest I've had in a long time. I love my mother's carrot cake, but before tasting this carrot cake right here, I asked her if she liked it because she knows that I love carrot cake. And she said no. My mother just turned into the biggest hater because this carrot cake right here, show y'all again. This carrot cake right here hmm, is doing it for me. Hmm. Hmm. Comment below and tell me when a complete stranger just did something out the kindness of their heart for you, whether you just needed it or not. These people who do these Good Samaritan type things, these deeds or whatever, they know they be working overtime trying to get into heaven. At some point, they done did something wrong. But when they correct it and help out somebody and don't want nothing in return, it kind of washes out, you know, one or two of their bad deeds. I'm sure God has forgiven them for something they did wrong to somebody. Alright. Oh man, that carrot cake icing kind of made my sweet tea not so sweet. It tasted good at first before I had that carrot cake. Man, I would like to thank y'all for tuning into this video. Hope that you like it and comment. Just tell me what's going on in your part of the world. I know somebody's out there down and out, needs some help. It may be you, maybe your neighbor. Your neighbor, I mean somebody in the world, not just someone that just lives literally right next door to you. Everyone on this earth is your neighbor. You drive across the city or across the country, and that person over there in Beijing or Australia or Japan, all of them your neighbors. We all on this, we sharing this earth. So you tell your neighbor hi and give them a smile when you walk past them. You wish them have a nice day. And wish them well on their journeys. But most importantly, could y'all subscribe to my channel? It would really help me out. I'm starting new. I just got a few videos that I posted. I mean, maybe about 33, 34 or so after this one. But yeah, please subscribe to my channel. And I hope that y'all have a nice day. And I'll see you next Thursday. Talk to you later, folks.